Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Theta. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, jumping into the TA. So right now we are on the weekly chart. Let's quickly zoom out to see what sort of picture and structure we're looking at. So as you can see, we're coming back down slowly but surely, gradually coming back down to our target here at the second fib level, which is at 80 cents or 79.5 cents, however you want to look at it, which is exactly this high that we printed October 20th. Now, I've been targeting this for quite a while. Now, obviously, out of this large Fibonacci retracement with the swing high printed here in April last year and the swing low in July last year, we have absolutely blasted through our 1.618 target here. As you can see, we went below and now we're on our way to the second fib level. So potentially this could be the bottom of this bear market for Theta. Obviously, if Bitcoin starts crashing real fast, then we may see a large wick to the downside, potentially to 65, maybe 60 cents. No one knows where the actual bottom is going to be, where the wick is going to be, or how low the wick can get. But what you can do is you can set up the buy limit orders in advance so that when you see that wick, the orders are going to be filled up regardless whether you're sitting looking at the charts right now or you're sleeping, you're at work, whatever. And you can see that I have this area highlighted with a blue rectangle because this is a nice trading range that we have here with a high in October 2020 and with a low in November of 2020. So as you can see, very sort of similar scenario that we have over here. So we printed a high in October, we're printing our bottom in November, and from there we may see a break. But obviously this was the break into the bull market. So I'm not expecting anything like this. Like nothing like that is going to happen this year, and probably nothing like that is going to happen next year. However, I do think that at the end of 2023 and beginning of 2024, as we're getting closer to the Bitcoin halving, that's when we're going to see, the bull market kicked off essentially. And with the halving, that's going to basically solidify the bull market, and we are going to be seeing, these moves for our altcoins. Bitcoin's going to be printing new all-time high prices. So all of that is going to come. We just have to be patient and we have to be ready for that. Also, if you draw a trend line here on the weekly chart and you draw a trend line over here, you can see that this is essentially a falling wedge. And y'all know basically when you're in a falling wedge and you keep doing this and you get closer to the apex, there's a 75% chance of a break to the upside. Now, our target is going to be all the way up here, which is going to be the August high that we printed at $1.67. And from where we are right now, that would be that's my brush. I do apologize. That would be a 89% trade. So not too bad of a trade here. Obviously, if we start losing the support of the falling wedge, that's going to be quite negative. We may simply wick down below and come back up and close the candle above the yellow trend line. That's something that I would like to see. But if it's a 75% chance of a break to the upside, obviously there's a 25% chance we're going to break to the downside. So there's every chance that we print, this lower high maybe in December, January, and then we drop back down and we continue on, just like we did out of this large falling wedge, right? You were in this falling wedge, you drop down into a smaller falling wedge, and you can continue doing that until eventually you break the trend and you have that bullish move to the upside. So this was a 1-year move to the upside, basically from March of 2020 all the way up to May of 2021. And let's just see how much Theta appreciated. So from that COVID drop all the way up there, that was a 43,000% move for Theta. Can you imagine that? 42,500, roughly 43,000. So imagine making 43,000% in a year. That is crazy. You can't imagine how crazy that is. So I'm not saying the same thing is going to happen here. Let's say that our this low that we're looking for at 80 cents. Let's say that is going to be our bottom for this bear market. We can pull up a Fibonacci retracement here, and we can take it all the way up to our all-time high here in April of 2021, or that is May or April, yeah, April 2021, and we get our 1.618 target at $100. Now, I'm not very familiar with the unlocks for the Theta tokens. I'm not sure how, how many coins are still left to be dumped into the circulation. I'm not very aware of that because I don't follow the project very closely. But what I can tell you is that from where we are right now to our 1.618 target, that's going to be a 10, almost 11,000% move. So maybe we're not going to be that bullish. Maybe look for the 1.414, and that is going to be at $54, and that will take us up 6,000%. And that looks like a more reasonable, pump in my opinion. However, the 1.618 would be our technical target based on this Fibonacci retracement. So let's see how this plays out. Obviously, you're going to need to start breaking major resistance levels. First one is going to be this pink trend line. You're going to have the white trend line as well, because these were support and resistance trend lines in the previous falling wedge that we were in over here. So the trend lines are still valid. So if we start breaking out of this yellow falling wedge, we may run into resistance into the pink trend line or the white trend line, right? So you have to keep an eye out on that. And let's jump into the daily chart real quick. And switching over to the daily chart on that same chart on TradingView, as you can see, we dipped into the green buy zone once again. And like I said, this is a great buying opportunity. Every time we hit that zone, we have a move to the upside. Exactly what happened here, a little pump, but still, I consider this a great buying opportunity. We're sitting below 90 cents here for Theta. So if you were buying up here at $5, $6, maybe even $10, then this is your opportunity to dollar cost average. And switching over to the weekly chart on the Binance website. So obviously we have the very same falling wedge here. We have the light blue trend line, which is the descending support trend line that we've had since since August 2022. So we had a bounce in August, we had a bounce in September, a wick here in October, and another bounce in November. So you're sort of bouncing up and down in this little channel here until you see a break to the upside. And obviously, you are going to have multiple resistance levels above you. The 20 EMA acted as a very nice resistance level here at the end of October. That was a great opportunity for you to take some profits and potentially swing trade. But if you're not comfortable with swing trading, you don't know when to sell or when to buy, I would just say just leave it be and just hold until the next bull market, or at least try to practice and get better at swing trading. Jumping into the weekly RSI, you can see that we have broken out of this falling wedge and out of this channel down pattern. However, we did fail to hold the upward trend lines as support, and we dropped all the way back down, and now we are running into the resistance of the falling wedge once again. So potentially, if we see another strong capitulation, we may end up all the way down here, retesting the support of the teal falling wedge on the weekly RSI. So we were seeing this nice break to the upside. That was good, but we did not get the confirmation of support. We're below here. If we see another breakout here, I would wait before taking some profits, or, thinking that we're bullish, because we always need to see the confirmation from the price action. These two go hand in hand. And looking at the weekly stochastic, you can see that we are basically in the bottom, sitting below the index of 20 at, right now we're sitting at 6, I believe, yeah, 6, 7. So right now, this is a very, very good buying opportunity for you, because this basically shows you the strength of the momentum as well, but more on a short to mid-term range. I did change the settings here so we can get less false signals. So it's 2833, and the RSI is more of a long-term indicator for me. And if we actually remove all the drawings and we take a look at what's going on here with the price action and with the RSI, then you can see that we're printing a bullish divergence because the RSI is printing a higher low. However, the price action is printing a lower low. Now, this is a bullish divergence. This is a very good signal in my opinion, because this just goes to show that the RSI is sort of telling you, hey, we may be on the verge of a break to the upside. So I don't know when that is going to happen. Like I said, potentially, well, I keep saying this in all of my videos, I'm waiting for the energy crisis to end in in March, April, let's say, and during, spring 2023, that's when I expect we're going to start printing higher highs and higher lows for Bitcoin into the end of 2023, where we actually kick off the bull market. That's what I think is going to happen. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not saying that's exactly what is going to happen, but based off of my research and my logic, that's what I expect. So hopefully we have another 6 months of this bear market, because I really want to buy as much as possible. And if we get another 6 months, then I'm pretty much gonna buy every single token that I want and then some. So yeah, hopefully that plays out. So if I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join me on my Patreon, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.